Welcome to a new video about this silent problem could threaten your pregnancy without warning. Hey there, health warriors. Welcome to Earth Lux, your go-to spot for embracing vibrant living and smart wellness tips to help you thrive naturally. Today's topic? It might feel a little uncomfortable to talk about, but it's incredibly important, especially if you're pregnant. Imagine this. You're doing everything right, eating healthy, taking your prenatal vitamins, counting down the days with excitement. But slowly, something shifts. The exhaustion creeps in, and it's more than just pregnancy tiredness. Your body feels heavier, slower. Your sharp mind starts sinking into a strange fog. Friends and even doctors might say, "It's normal. You're just pregnant." But deep down, you know something's off. It's not just hormones. It's not just stress. Something deeper is happening. Quietly, silently. And it could be a hidden thyroid issue threatening not just your well-being, but your baby's health too. So what's really going on? And why are so many women missing the signs? Let's break it down. The unseen power of the thyroid. It's easy to overlook. Just a small, butterfly-shaped gland tucked quietly at the base of your neck. Most of us never think about it until something feels off. But this tiny powerhouse? It's the unsung conductor of your body's orchestra. It sends out hormones that guide almost everything. How fast your heart beats, how sharp your mind stays, how much energy you have to face the day, even how warm or cold you feel in your own skin. When it's working right, you barely notice it. But when it slows down, even slightly, everything else begins to slip. Energy fades. Thoughts become cloudy. Emotions turn heavy. And your body starts moving through life as if it's wading through water. This slowdown is called hypothyroidism. And during pregnancy, the stakes rise even higher. Because now, it's not just your body that needs those signals. It's your baby's developing brain, heart, and nervous system. What feels like normal exhaustion may be your thyroid crying out for help. Pregnancy. When the thyroid matters most. Pregnancy demands more from the thyroid than almost any other time. Without warning, your body needs up to 50% more thyroid hormone to keep everything running. Not just for you, but for the tiny life growing inside. In early pregnancy, the baby can't make these hormones on their own. Every beat of their heart, every cell of their brain, depends entirely on yours. When the thyroid can't keep up, risks quietly grow. Fatigue, high blood pressure, anemia, and even greater dangers. Miscarriage, premature labor, developmental delays. The symptoms can look like everyday pregnancy discomforts, but underneath, something vital may be slipping away unnoticed. The silent danger, subclinical hypothyroidism. Not all problems shout. Some whisper, so faintly that even blood tests might miss them. Your results come back within the normal range, and you're told everything's fine, but your body tells a different story. Your mind feels duller. Your energy drains faster than it should. You're surviving, not thriving. This is subclinical hypothyroidism, an invisible imbalance where the thyroid hormone levels haven't dropped low enough to raise alarms. But your brain is already pleading for more. It's like being told to run a race while dragging weights no one else can see. You're pushing forward, doing everything right, but it still feels like you're falling behind. And during pregnancy, that invisible weight matters more than ever. Even this subtle dysfunction can increase the risk of miscarriage, premature birth, and developmental delays. It's not just your health on the line, it's your baby's foundation. The hardest part? Most women never know it's happening because the symptoms, exhaustion, forgetfulness, emotional swings, blend seamlessly into what's expected during pregnancy. You're told, That's normal. But when something doesn't feel right, that quiet knowing inside you deserves to be heard. Subclinical doesn't mean insignificant. It means hidden. And hidden things can still cause harm, especially when no one's looking for them. Why testing matters. The good news is simple. A blood test can catch it early. Testing TSH, the thyroid-stimulating hormone, is the first step. If the TSH level is high, it means your thyroid needs help. Sometimes doctors will also check for thyroid antibodies, especially if autoimmune issues could be involved, because knowing early means acting early and protecting not just your health, but your baby's too. Treatment, a simple solution. If the thyroid is struggling, treatment is often straightforward. Levothyroxine, a safe synthetic version of your natural thyroid hormone. Adjusting the dose early can make all the difference. Women who are already on thyroid medication often need about 30 to 50% more as soon as they become pregnant. And regular checks every few weeks ensure everything stays on track. What feels like a small adjustment can completely change the course of a pregnancy. Who should pay extra attention? Thyroid issues don't always come with flashing warning signs, and sometimes, the people most at risk don't even know they're standing on the edge. You might not feel like you're in a high-risk group, but risk doesn't always look the way we expect it to. Maybe you're over 30, stepping into pregnancy with a bit more life experience, and, unknowingly, a slightly higher chance of thyroid slowdown. Or maybe you've faced the heartbreak of miscarriage, or the frustrating, unexplained struggles with fertility. These aren't just emotional battles. They can sometimes be clues that the thyroid is quietly underperforming. Perhaps you live with an autoimmune condition like type 1 diabetes. Or maybe there's a thread in your family. A mother, a sister, an aunt, who's dealt with thyroid problems. Sometimes, the pattern is there, even if no one's ever named it. And then there's the most important risk factor of all. That quiet, persistent feeling that something's off. That inner knowing that what you're experiencing isn't just pregnancy. Don't ignore that voice. Because sometimes, the most powerful form of healthcare is self-awareness. Listening to your instincts, asking the right questions, pushing for the tests, even when no one's offering them. Trust yourself. Pregnancy is a time of deep intuition. 1,000 little signals from your body whispering what's happening inside. Sometimes, those whispers are easy to ignore, or easy to explain away. But they are there for a reason. When tiredness feels like more than tiredness. When weight gain feels heavier than expected. When your mind feels foggier than it should. Trust yourself enough to ask the next question. Get the test. Get the answers. Because sometimes the smallest voice inside you is the one you need to hear most. You've just taken in a lot, maybe more than you expected, but that's the beauty of tuning in. Now you know what so many women are never told. That a small, silent imbalance can cast a long shadow over something as precious as pregnancy. But here's the truth. You are not powerless. Your body has been speaking. Maybe in whispers. Maybe in symptoms you brushed off. Now, you know how to listen. Whether you're planning a pregnancy or already on the journey, don't wait for things to get worse to ask questions. Push for the answers. Trust your intuition, because the earlier you act, the more power you have to change the story. Thanks for tuning in. If this helped shine a light on something you hadn't considered before, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to Earth Lux, where real wellness starts with awareness. Trust your body, ask questions, and never be afraid to dig deeper. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.